What's the secret about Kenya Kwanza? Because when you hear leaders, I mean, having their own kind of, you know, Moses Kuria spoke the other day. The deputy president came back from Colombia straight into, you know, giving a statement. The president has not spoken. We had Devin D speaking a few days ago. And here, who do we run to as Kenyans? Let me just ask that as a layman. Who do we run to? The plan, the bottom-up economy, and we still have this, Kenya Kwanza, it will only get worse. So at what point will we say, hallelujah?
You know, that is the newspaper saying it will only get worse. Okay. But I have given my position that, you know, we have a scorecard. If we can only focus on what, you know, this government has been able to achieve 1 year down the line, instead of really, you know, painting the government into the other negative side, then I think, you know, Kenyans have the right to know the correct position of everything within this government.
Go ahead.
You know, sometimes it is good to listen keenly. What I've said is the president, the deputy president, and the prime cabinet secretary, when they travel out there, like the prime cabinet secretary was out, the deputy president was out, the head of state is out of the country, we have been following to see who they are meeting, the message they are delivering for the country. Now, when you see what they are doing out there, and you listen to the sentiment of the three top Kenya Kwanza leaders back in the country, it is like the sentiments of these three are sabotaging what their seniors are doing out there. That is what I said. But let me start by the deputy president nominee of Roots Party in the last election, what she has said. I've heard what she has said about the cess from one county, you get to the next county, you are asked to pay, yet the infrastructure might not be that of the right standards. I take it up. It's a challenge. But there is one which is beyond one county, beyond any particular leader from any county. The issue of the taxes by national government, by one individual county and the other. That one needs a collaborative way of sitting and discussing. Because I also, as a business person, would not wish that national government is taxing these. You go to this county, you are taxing these, you move your products and services from this particular county. When you are going to the next one, you are being taxed of the same. I think that is also kind of unreasonable, and I'm sure through the Council of Governors and the national government, that is a discussion that is on the table. It is something that I will say they need, those involved, they need to do something, because we need to serve our countrymen and women fairly and ensure our businesses are not killed through taxation, unfavorable taxation regime. Now, I think basically what I can say about today's headlines, particularly sentiments by leaders, let us be responsible. Whether you are in Kenya Kwanza, you are in whatever capacity, even the business community, leave alone the politicians or the officials of the government. Let us be insensitive of what we say, where we say it, how we say, and to who. That is very important, because there is something you can say today, and in the next minute the country is in fire. Don't create an hopelessness. I've said in my opening remarks, the two ministers and the economic advisor, those are the top professionals. But it is unfortunate what is coming out. Whatever the situation they were when they made those statements, I think it is uncalled for. It is they have a responsibility to put it in a manner that is not going to put the government into disrepute. That is not going to put even their professionalism and the positions they hold into question. I think we have a responsibility, and Kenya Kwanza have said before, and I will repeat, as a duty to steer the country to the prosperity, not to hopelessness.
Yes. Okay. Let me ask you, and this question I want all of you to answer. when the bipartisan talk was started, Azimio came up with the cost of living as the agenda. Are we trying to say that Azimio is now being, they have a point to put on the table during as part of the agenda to discuss at the bipartisan talk? Yeah, because of cost of living, and Azimio had it. Kenya Kwanza said, no, we are not going to talk about it. 2 days ago, 24 hours ago, Kenya Kwanza shot themselves on the foot. That brace yourself for tough times ahead. Justina.
Azimio had a point, but that was the wrong forum. And I'm happy that Sifuna has come up with a bill that is taken to the Senate regarding the energy. There's something he's saying that the cost of energy should, the IPPs should not be paid, I think, in dollars, considering the inflation and all that. So that is the forum that Azimio should have used from the word go, even instead of going to those mandamanos, even before this bipartisan talks.
Yes.
And I've always said that for me, from where I sit, bipartisan talks was not something that you should have done. You should have agreed that this one's won, this one's lost. Now can you put them in check on the floor of the House?
Yes.
So I think telling us about cost of living, Ali told us that it was something that was marketable at the time. So they were not genuine. But the angle that Sifuna has taken, and any other MP of Azimio, whatever the bill they've taken to the National Assembly, that is the right forum, and that is where we Kenyans come in. We will watch TV because you will broadcast, and we will know that Kenya Kwanza are refusing this bill because it's an Azimio bill, but it's helping Kenyans. So if they use the right forum, which is National Assembly, then, or the Senate, we would be fine. But now, Azimio is taking bonga points for a problem that is already there. They were not genuine, and we know what they're looking for. And I've always said, give them what they want. Because President Ruto cannot say that, that he's not going to have a handshake. He's the one who pushed Raila Amolo Odinga for the 207 handshake. So this is his karma. And I've always said, let him accept it. Let them give Raila what he wants so that we can move on as the ordinary Kenyans.
What does Raila want?
Yeah, already we know what he wants.
Denied that he doesn't want
even the deputy president told us that money has already exchanged hands. That one
we can't authenticate that.
But he said it. So what I'm trying to say is that they need to focus on the ordinary Kenyan whose bills. And when I say bills, it's salaries and anything that a Kenyan uses as money. The ordinary Kenyans, the majority of us, whose bills are not paid by government. We only thrive on the peace and stability in this country for our business and for money to circulate. So these bipartisan talks were not genuine. But if they wanted bonga points, I said again, we live in a world of populism and polarization and post-truth. If they were the bonga points they wanted, they got them. Kenyans feel they're somewhat talking about it. But the right forum is the National Assembly and the Senate.
All right.